Good morning, good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon. That's what happens when you wake up late. You think everything's morning. How's everyone doing today? We are here just to catch up, See how everybody's doing. Check in on everybody from the hurricane, make sure everyone is safe. So that is the first. I have some um, I have some awesome subscribers and members that are being affected as we speak from this hurricane. I got lucky. I live in Virginia, so like I'm getting like the rain. Some heavy, some not. Right now, it's actually not. Honestly, it gives me a little PTSD though, because the last time I had a flood, we are still in the midst of remodeling the basement to fix it. So hope everyone is doing well. Lisa, what's going on? It's nice to see you too. It's actually amazing to see you, Miss Lisa. It's been a long time. And it already, to be honest with you, not doing great, but I mean, I'm here, so that's a positive. Um, my aunt had to get life flighted about 3 weeks ago, actually, to the day. And I took my second cousin, her grandson, and for a little while there, it didn't look good. It looked like my aunt might actually die. She was pretty bad. I know, Kelly. Thank you for coming. So I took my second cousin. Yeah. So basically, I had to take care of him. A lot of running up and down Fairfax, a lot of hospital trips, a lot of West Virginia trips to his house to get stuff, to talk to the schools, to try to get him back in school because I like had him for 3 weeks and he lives 2 hours away from me. So there's just a lot of things I had going on. And then because of that, I wasn't able to work as much. Hence why the rental car went back because I just didn't have the money because I didn't have the time. It was well worth it, but can't make something happen when I'm not able to work. I'm gonna be honest with you, kind of hit like a little rut because it seems like I do for everybody. And then when I need some help, especially from family who I know can help me, they decide not to or they don't want to or oh Jesus, Mr. A. But so it's been tough. I'm still obviously looking for a car, but that's become a little more hard. So hey, what's going on, Dish Keeg? How are you doing? So, hey everyone, don't forget to like the live. I'd appreciate it. So that's what's going on right now. My aunt's back at home. She has nurses and stuff that are there with her, and my second cousin just went back there. So, like life is getting back to normal down here. Now I just need to try to figure out what I'm gonna do, because obviously I don't have the rental money for the rental car. To go do that again. And honestly, I'm just trying to get a couple thousand maybe together and then just go like buy like a cheaper older car and then use that to save up money to go buy a newer car. Put a little more money down on a new car. I'm not sure yet. But as of right now, I'm not doing anything. I'm sitting at home. I'm out of work. Again, still have no car. So I think I'm actually going to have my back surgery. I've had like 5 back surgeries over my life. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call my doctor and be like, hey, it's time for my back. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Cause like in all honesty, like a lot of people were just thinking like their honest thought is, hey, just go get a regular job, and like I like that. I don't have a problem with that. The only issue with that is I don't like to get fired, and like if my kid gets sick or anything, I'm the only one that can do anything. So like I'm the one that if I like had a first shift job, would have to leave work, go take her, and then how am I going to do that without a car? Um, if I work an overnight job where I work while she's not in school, that would work out. But then again, if she ends up getting sick in school, how am I going to go get her? And then how am I going to sleep to do an overnight job? Um, and then what I just found out is my town is actually hiring for DoorDash drivers through not the DoorDash app, but like there's a logistics company here in my town that is actually hiring DoorDash drivers at $16 an hour, and they're paying them mileage from job to job, but making them like an employee, but for the logistics company, not for DoorDash, but for the logistics company. So that's actually happening in my town. I was looking at jobs online, just looking to see what I could see if there was anything interesting, and then I saw that they're actual giving you benefits and everything else, which I think is crazy. And I wonder how that works. Like the logistics company have their own app that they feed these DoorDash orders through, like DoorDash and the logistics companies have like a certain app that they use, and that you download that on your phone. That's not a DoorDash app, but it's like the logistics company app that DoorDash feeds these orders through. I mean, I don't know. I almost want to go get. I mean, if I had a car, if I only had a car, I would love to do that just to see how that would work. Just to see how, just that process alone of how the orders, like I guess it's through a third party app, just to see how that works, how that looks. Because for 16 bucks an hour here, I think it's 16.50 actually, but for 16 or 16.50 plus miles only on each order, and benefits, paid time off, vacation time, and shit like that. Which tells me I haven't looked yet, but is DoorDash being sued by drivers for like unfair practices or like suing them, saying they've been treated like employees this whole time? Because that's about the only thing in my mind that makes sense, is if DoorDash is going through lawsuits right now from drivers saying they've been like a class action lawsuit saying that they've been made employees without being made employees. Because you know it's costing DoorDash more money to hire a third party. Yeah, it's costing DoorDash more money to hire a third party, for the third party to hire us as an actual employee to set up a different app, because that has to be. They can't just give you the normal DoorDash app. It has to be a third party app, and to pay for time off and everything. Like that's the only thing I can think of, is they're being sued somehow, or about to get sued somehow, or they've been tipped off by the SEC about some kind of investigation into their business model. But yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I actually want to try that out and see how that is if I can get a car. Because that's like, that's kind of like everything we ever wanted to begin with as a driver, is just like to be shown that you cared enough to. And again, like, look, man, DoorDash did things over time. Like, I remember when they first started out, they were just doing deliveries. And then, like, a year into it, they had, like, a telemed. Like, you could do, like, a telemed appointment for free. And then, like, life insurance for, like, $1. Like, $1 a day, or I think it was a lot more than $1 a month. But it was, like, $1 a day, basically. It was, like, $30 a month. Then you could get, like, I'm sure it was bad insurance, but then they offered insurance at one point. And I remember taking advantage of the whole COVID. Like when you had COVID, I remember DoorDash, like if you caught COVID and you gave them the documentation, uploaded it, they would suspend your account, but they would pay you. I remember getting a $2,200 check, or not check, but a $2,200 upload into my bank account from DoorDash, Postmates too, and Uber Eats. But I remember DoorDash, just since we're talking about that, doing that specifically. So like DoorDash has done a lot, and they over the years they've tried to get better. I don't know if that's what part of this is, or if they're like testing it out through a third party logistics company, and then if they see it work, they just basically do that on their app fully, or they just get rid of their app and do it through third party logistics companies from now on. Like, I'm not sure, because I guess DoorDash at that point doesn't take any of the liability on. Because I'm assuming if you get into an accident, like the logistics company, just like a delivery company, has to carry insurance on you. This way, if you have your own personal insurance, but you have their insurance too. So whatever your insurance ain't going to cover, their insurance will cover, or vice versa. So like I know that they're going to have some kind of insurance on you, like for your car in case you get into an accident or what have you. So I mean, I think that's like it's interesting because it's DoorDash has evolved. Now, like I haven't talked too much. Like I stopped doing DoorDash when I had the rental car because I was doing Spark. It's just more money, and mentally, it's better when you see a $30 order, a $25, even a $20 order. Like with Walmart Spark, unless it's super quick, you're only going to get one an hour. But I have gotten two an hour occasionally. It just really depends on the length and the quickness and how quick you can get your order, but really how far it is and how quickly you can unload it and get on about your business. So I mean that it was just for a mental thing. Like it just looks better seeing 20, 25, unaccording to $3, $4, $5 orders. And so like I completely like submarine my account. Like I'm thinking right now I'm at like 21%, but I was only taking good orders. And if I get if and when I get a car again, I plan on again doing only good orders. So that won't change at all. Because I get my taxes back in March, and once I get my taxes back in March, I'll get like 5 grand back, and then I'll use that to get a car. So like I'm honestly thinking that I might just have to go back to the rental car until then. And yeah, I know I'm going to spend an enormous amount, well, not a lot of money compared to what I make, but still it's a lot more than it would be a car payment. If we're just going to be honest, $900 a month compared to like even at the max, like a $500 car payment, you know what I mean, a month. So, but I'm gonna have to do something because I personally just can't keep sitting at home doing nothing. So, like we'll see, obviously. So how's the road treating you, Miss Lisa? It's like I said, it's right now it's rainy as all get out. I'll flip you the screen real quick. Like I don't know if you guys can see, but like this is my backyard. We don't have much rain or wind or nothing like that. But that's my grill. Um, well, thank you, Miss Lisa. Yeah, I'm gonna like do my best. Um, and like I said, doing catering so. Yeah, yeah, and that's also what I was gonna. I assume that with the third party logistics in my town that's starting that has the DoorDash orders now. I mean, I wonder if you agree, Lisa. You would think all the best orders now are going on to that third party logistics company that has the DoorDash. I guess it's a contract. I would assume like your catering orders and all your top of the line orders are going through that app as opposed to the DoorDash app. That just makes sense since you're paying them an hourly wage, reimbursing tips, and or not reimbursing, paying them tips, and reimbursing in gas. I would assume that they're going to get the best orders on DoorDash, starting with like your catering orders. I don't think so much. Stephanie, what's going on? I don't think so much they're going to get the shopping orders because those can be looked at as not great. but maybe they will. But I definitely think they're going to get the catering orders and the real sweet, sweet food orders. Um, yeah, Lisa, like, it sounds so interesting that I might want to do it. I'm doing pretty good, Stephanie. How are you doing? I'm just, we're getting the outskirts of this hurricane. I live in Virginia, so like none of this landfall hit our town, but because of how wide the hurricane is, we're getting like the outskirts of just the rain, and it's giving me kind of PTSD because the last time we had a hurricane, again we didn't get the actual hurricane, but we got the outskirts of it. It flooded my basement, and we're still remodeling that thing. So, but half of it's done and it's waterproof. So even if this were to happen, God forbid a leak again in my basement, we're good for the most part. I mean, there's a couple areas that still haven't been touched yet, but most of the basement's good. So, but when we redid the guttering outside, that seemed to help pull a lot of more water away from the house. So, I mean, I think by that, that was going to do a lot better for the hope of not flooding the basement again. And it's a basement; it's a fully finished basement, but basements are basements. So I mean, basements kind of at one point or another are meant to get water in them. I mean, you can do everything you can to, and when I say they're meant to get water, your older houses, not your traditional houses, not the newer ones that they're building now. They've built those things in a way that water won't get into them for about 30 to 40 years. Once wear and tear happens, that's when water will start going into their basements. Kind of like these. Once 30, 40 years came in on them, the wear and tear of the ground around them, the foundation, water's meant to get in your basement by then. Um, I'm just ready, honestly, for the snow because I'm tired of mowing the grass. Um, and two, I want to see some snow. I love the snow. I love driving in the snow. And honestly, that's where I made a lot of my money on DoorDash was because I was like one of the few crazy guys that would drive in the snow very carefully, but still one of the very, and they would pay you a little bit more on DoorDash to go like $4 or $5 promos. That's the only time we would see a promo is if it got a real bad snowstorm. The bad thing is we ain't had a real bad snowstorm in like 3 or 4 years. So, but yeah, it's been crazy. The family issues going on, like I said, with my aunt almost dying and taking care of Brody, and I think it's come to the part where he doesn't want to be back there anymore because he lives on top of a mountain and there ain't nobody up there. So like he came down here and stayed with me for 3 weeks. We live in the city. My daughter has a couple friends. He got along with her couple friends, and I think he got used to being around other people, and he realized I like being around others because he's 14 and he's been on the mountain since he was 6. So like he has literally been around nobody outside of going to school for 8 years, and I think he's just over that. And my aunt's not the type of person that's going to be like, oh, okay, you can go live with your Uncle John. So he's a little sad right now. I got him a phone, got him so I can video chat also because I need to keep an eye on my aunt because my aunt was also not doing well, obviously, hence why she was life flighted out of West Virginia 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, if she's not doing well health wise, she'll go back to a doctor and I will take care of her, or I will take care of him, and then try to figure out her. Because she lives almost 2 hours away from me, so I told her, you might need to move down here so I can take care of you. So, like, because even if I had a car, that's a hell of a trip to go on twice a month. And God forbid if something happens more frequently. So, I hope everyone else is doing okay. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Um, Obviously, I've been bouncing back and forth between getting back in the rental car or having back surgery. Like, I need one more back surgery. that I've known about since I had my last one. Um, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I had my last one, and I knew then I was going to need one more. It was going to need to be one that fused my back and stuff like that. So we're hoping. So I'm just trying to figure out which one I do. Probably, in all honesty, I probably need to have the back surgery just to get that out of the way so it's done and over with, and then see how I can work from here on out with the fusion. So I know we're doing more basement work tomorrow, remodeling that, getting that back. I call it a remodel because I mean basically we redid all the floors, and we had to rip the walls up 3 feet of the 3 feet up and put the PVC molding all around the 3 feet baseboards and up. So I mean, yeah, it's a remodel, but also we're gonna put a bathroom in down there. We found a place to put one, put like a 8 by 6 down there, enough to get us a shower, a toilet, and a sink. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to have a lot of room, just enough to kind of bang in all of that. So, what's everyone else up to? I know my wife's got a doctor's appointment at 1:45. She's having some like chest issues, so like a muscle strain or what have you. So she's going to do that. My daughter has a dance this evening at 5 o'clock, so she has that. So like, I literally think I have like no plans. Everyone else has plans around me but me. I think basically because obviously I need money for the rental car again. I've made some money off of YouTube. So I think whether it's like October or November, once I make enough money for like a month's worth of for the rental car, I think that's when I'll go back and go get it. So like I think like once I make like 400 more bucks, I'll do that. Oh no, you're good, Lise. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like life kind of has me down, if I'm gonna be honest. Like there's a part of me that's like, stop doing for people because doing for people isn't getting you anywhere. Like it's the whole like my mentality. It's like that whole doing the same thing over and over. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like life has me like so bad to where it's like why do I keep doing for others? It's not helping me. So like let me stop and just do me. But I just don't have that in me. I think I was meant to struggle for whatever reason. Maybe I was just a hell of a not a good kid growing up. I'm not sure. Um, or I was a bad person in a previous life. I'm not sure. So like, has anyone talked to Investor lately? I've reached out to him a couple times. Hell, me and him were supposed to get together and do a live like 10 days ago to give a peek behind the curtain. Um, and that never came through, obviously on his end. But like we were supposed to get together by like mid-September. I don't know what we're at now, like the 25th, 26th. But somewhere like the first, within like after 10 days, me and him were supposed to get together, like around the 10th or 10th or something like that. And then we even talked about just doing something on Fridays. Yeah, I see his videos. Um, and we were like talking about still doing things on Fridays like we were doing before. Because like we were starting to pick up some momentum with our crazy ass videos. Um, And then those just stopped, obviously, because I believe he's just got a lot going on. Um, but I do see his videos. See, and that's the thing. Like, I don't have like a podcast set up, so I can't do the whole reaction thing like that a lot of people do. I just don't have that whole podcast. I don't even have an area right now in my basement to do anything. Like I remember you guys when we first started going, I had a little spot in my basement where like me and Investor would like do our Sunday shows when we did them. Um, hell, I don't even have that now. So like I'm outside right now next to my damn grill in my backyard because I don't have anywhere to kind of do this. So and like I'm thinking about doing other things that I'm like passionate about, like on YouTube. Like I love like wrestling. I love football. So like obviously I'm gonna have to take like a turn on my YouTube channel and do other things, not just this, not just the gig work, but like I'm gonna have to do other things if I want to keep my YouTube channel um, active. I'll say that because obviously I haven't done anything. Part of it's because of the family issues. The other part of it I hadn't had a car to do anything. So like I've thought about like doing like football, like cowboy watch-alongs and like wrestling reviews and stuff like that. Um, Kind of commentary on life, just like if some big news breaks or whatever. Kind of get my thoughts on that, and just see what I can do there. Because I mean, doing that is a lot better than not doing anything at all. Like I know this channel started as a gig work, and I mean, I guess I didn't forward think the, um, hey, what am I gonna do if I don't have a car anymore? Sue, what's going on? Like I think I always thought I'd have a car, so I thought like this type of thing would never go away. Like I'd always be able to do it. So like now that I don't have a car and my YouTube channel has become pretty much dormant because of that, I have to now think of other things to do. So, and like I said, I don't think I'll stop doing gig work and stuff. If I get a car, I can go back to doing videos and stuff like that. It's just, I need to do other things too. And not just be one thing, but I kind of just do everything. Like I like football, so do like a watch along. If I like wrestling, so like do a review. If something crazy happens in the world, like Puff Daddy, talk about it. Not anymore. My aunt was life flighted out of West Virginia 3 weeks ago to today, and I had to take care of my second cousin, Brody. So I wasn't able to work. We had a lot of Fairfax trips because my aunt almost died. So there was a lot of Fairfax trips. There was a lot of going up to West Virginia to his house to pick up stuff and trying to get the school system because he had been out of school. So we at least were trying to get up there to get his schoolwork and stuff like that. And that was a far trip. All of them were far trips. Like driving up to Fairfax and driving up to West Virginia from where we were. They weren't like super long, but they're taxing when you got to do it a lot. Like we're talking over an hour. Like up to Fairfax was like an hour and 40 minutes one way. So obviously an hour 40 minutes the other way. And we did it like 3 times in 2 weeks. So now like I'm just trying to make money to because I do think I'm gonna do the rental car thing again, but I got to make money now. So like I've got a couple hundred coming from YouTube this month. No, next month. Yeah, I got a couple hundred coming from YouTube. So like, yeah, we'll figure it out. Um, but yeah, yeah, I'm a huge Cowboy fan myself. Yeah, it's hard to be a Cowboy fan too. Um, the Stardashians. All right, I'll reach out to them and see. like I said, my biggest thing is I got to get my little area back because like I have a lot of like memorabilia, whether it be football, whether it's wrestling, but I lost my whole little area when we're remodeling the basement. So like honestly, I know a big part of your live stream is kind of your surroundings. So all right, sorry about that. Um, I don't know. Just it's tough because just feels like I keep getting shit on everywhere I go, and like I have family that's well willing. Well, okay, well I'll reach out to them. Um, because I have family that yeah, I mean I definitely will reach out to them, and it's called Stardashians. You said yeah, because I'm a huge Cowboy fan myself. It hurts sometimes to be a Cowboy fan, but I'm a big Cowboy fan nonetheless. Um, I don't even want to talk about last night's game because last night's game about made me go gray. Er, I'm already gray. Um, oh, is it? I do have a backup phone and a backup account instead of me just trying to find them here. Oh, but yeah, so like it's just, and now it's starting to rain pretty good out here. I'm gonna go to the front yard now, show you what my front yard looks like. Oh yeah, like that mirror. That is a whole wall of three sections of mirrors. Yep. Yep. Came front. Give me a little bit of more light. It doesn't look so dreary down out here. So what kind of live stream is it? All like does he do a lot of different things, or is it just football? Or someone's getting a car towed? I remember those days. Sue, how have you been? Lots of Zanflex. Nice. Miss Sue, what have you been up to? I don't know if you guys were here when I was talking about it, but my area, there's a logistics company that just started hiring for DoorDash drivers, making like 16 or 16.50 an hour, and paying for like mileage and shit like that. Like just started hiring. Well, I'm glad you're doing okay, Miss Sue. Yeah, we got some nice rain going on. I like it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I know. And my head's so naked. I usually have a hat on. Great Wolf Lodge. Stardashians, what's going on? How are you doing, brother? I heard you do a live stream on the Cowboy games. Fellow Cowboy fan here. Um, Wondered if you wanted to do like a duel together. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. And as you know, you're a big Cowboy fan. It hurts sometimes to be a Cowboy fan. It really does. Nice, Sue. Very, very good. Yeah, I normally do like the same kind of gig work and DoorDash and all that stuff. Right now, I'm in between cars. I had been renting cars, but then some family shit happened. So yes, yeah, Cowboys games, man. They last night's game about made me put a lot of more gray hair on my head than it needed to be. It was a crazy game. Never should have been that close. Never should have been that close. Like, I was telling everybody, like, around me, my house, I said, I swear if the Cowboys lose, I'm not watching another game. Look, I don't mind us losing, but we can't lose to teams like the Giants that are the worst team. I know. Like, we can't lose to teams. I don't mind losing to the Ravens. I don't mind losing to even the Saints. Can't lose to the Giants. Can't lose to them. Not with Daniel Jones. Not with Daniel Jones. Go get yourself a quarterback, then maybe. And I don't know how to feel about the Cowboys this year, to be honest with you. I kind of think they are what I think they look like. Like we lost a lot of good talent. We didn't sign any good talent to replace them. Yeah, it's weird because like my gut's telling me like we're winning like 10 games this year. But yeah, I don't know. I know that paying Dak Prescott I wasn't the biggest fan of that because I know what that's going to look like when that contract takes hold next year. Because like he's still working on his old contract. Like next year is the first of his 4 years, and we ain't gonna be able to sign nobody. Like I assume we're gonna lose people like Micah and probably Deron Bland. Yeah, how is that weather, everybody? See you later, Miss Sue. Thank you for coming. I think my wife is almost home, I believe. Oh, that was super weird. Very good. I'm so glad that you guys weren't hit as bad. Oh, snap. My buddy just got a DoorDash order I'm looking at, and it was a GameStop. No, Uber Eats, sorry, a GameStop. And he delivered an Xbox Series X. I live in Virginia. I live over about an hour and a half away from Washington, D.C. So, like, we didn't get we got the outskirts of the hurricane. The last time we got one, my basement flooded. And me and my buddy are still in the, absolutely. Start asking. We 100% could do a channel together. I've only been on YouTube since January. So, like, 8 months I've been on YouTube. I've had a YouTube channel forever. I just never did one until January. But yeah, we can absolutely start a new channel together because I think that would go pretty good. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. That was the delivery he got, an Xbox Series One X. That's a big order, trustworthy for DoorDash or Uber Eats. Sorry, because there's other people who they get tempted to steal a cheeseburger. I wonder how tempted they would have got to steal that bad boy. I got a feeling if a gig worker steals a price tag like that, police are probably going to be not too far behind looking for that order. Yeah, that's crazy. I always wanted to get an order from GameStop. I never did, though. Yeah, it's so hard to get to like message each other through YouTube. But yeah, man, we could do the lives, and then we could also do like you know how they do the Monday morning quarterback or whatever it is when we get time, like to kind of recap, talk about the game and what have you, like kind of give our analysis of what we thought, and then go from there. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. No, I think it's great. I'm down. 100%. You got me in. Because I like doing stuff like that, and I tried to find somebody to do that with me with not football, but like wrestling and shit like that. Because I like a lot of weird things. Wrestling being one of them. I've been watching wrestling since I was like 3. But football, I love football, and stuff like that. And I'm the crazy guy with my other buddy that used to like do hot foods and crap on Fridays, and those videos garnered a little bit of love. They were pretty crazy. But I guess I'll message you in a video. In one of your videos, I'll go on your thing, sub to you, message you in one of your videos, and then we'll just like find a way to message each other back and forth. You have Discord. Drop me a Discord, okay. Drop me the link in one of my videos to your Discord if you wouldn't mind. I can go from there and get on Discord, and then yeah, we'll discuss everything going forward. But I'm gonna jump off here. So if you do that for me on one of my videos, I'll go right to it, link it up, and then message you on there. Y'all have a great day, guys. Nice meeting you, Stardashians. Everybody, thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.